Hello and welcome to the lake. My name is Roy. I am a home cook, an amateur baker, and I am here on this channel typically sharing recipes that have helped me to lose over 125 pounds, whether those recipes are mine or someone else's. Now today I'm on the lake, obviously, and I am not going to be doing a recipe. This is a No Tag Tuesday. And you may be asking, why are you at the lake? Well, for a few reasons. First of all, the glitch I had trying to record a tag on the porch like I used to, I needed some color in my life, and this is pretty colorful. And secondly, after all the storms and volcanoes that I've been dealing with, I needed something a little more tranquil. And thirdly, I have heard along the grapevine that Jimmy may be looking for me for trespassing in his house for so long and for stealing his Rice Krispies and sugar. So I had to kind of get somewhere far away that was tranquil, colorful, and not near Jimmy. So all of the channels who are doing the tag will be listed down below, so check them out. And subscribe if you have not. And the questions will also be down in the description box if you feel like answering them yourself. And if you have a channel and you want to respond through your channel, just let me know and we will add you to our list. But this week's questions come from my pal Kim over at A Girl and Her Phone. This is an odds and ends tag. No tag because we no longer tag anyone, but we still call it a tag. So let us get on with the questions. Number one, if you had to live in the world of the last TV or any streaming service show you watched, where would you be living? I would be living in Patience, Colorado, Wyoming. I don't know where it's at. Patience, the site of the TV show Resident Alien. And if you have not seen it, it is very funny. They had their mid-season finale, so I would be living in Patience, a very small and quirky town that seems to be a magnet for aliens. So check out that show if you have not. It's a fun show. I like it. Number two, do you like haunted houses or scary rides? Yes and yes. That is my kind of thing. As many of you probably know, Halloween is my favorite holiday. I love all that spooky stuff. But yes, haunted houses I used to love going to. Scary rides I used to love. It's a little more difficult for me now, walking through a haunted house with a cane and sometimes being unstable if I were startled by something and got thrown off and fell to the ground, it would not be pretty. So yes, I do love them. I don't go to them anymore or ride them, but that was my thing, let me tell you. Number three, have you never danced or sang in public? I have never sang in public because no one wants to hear that. And I have danced in public. I've been out at the clubs and danced. If it means like out in a place where you wouldn't typically dance, I'm sure I have. I've danced in parking lots and things like that before. So I'm assuming it's not talking about places you would expect to dance or sing, maybe in karaoke bars or things like that. But yes, I have danced in parking lots and goofed around that way. Never sang. I do sing to myself in the car and in the shower. Okay, so I will give you a tiny glimpse into my quirky personal life. For some reason, I don't know how it started, but when I wake up, I usually have to lay there and play games on the phone to fully wake up before I can get out of bed. Often I will start having some song playing in my head, and when I get up, the first thing I do, because Paul is already up, most likely, is I open the door to the office where Paul is, sing him a snippet of the song that is stuck in my head, and then you go to the bathroom. I don't go to the bathroom first. I sing my little snippet, and then I go to the bathroom. So I've sung to him, but honestly, I'm not even sure he wants to hear that. But it's what I do. But I would never sing in public. Yeah, but dancing, yes. Number 4, what's the farthest away place from home you've been? Well, I mentioned before that I had been to Ireland, and that's the furthest I've ever been. The only other place I've been out of the country is Canada, and Ireland is definitely further away. I think it was like a 15-hour flight or something. It was a long flight, but it was ages ago, so my memory is obviously not what it used to be. But yes, Ireland would be the furthest place I've ever been, and I loved it. I'd love to see Scotland too, but Ireland was beautiful. Number 5, what's the one thing you'd rather pay someone to do than do yourself? Clean the house. Especially since I've had difficulties with my physical movement, but I've always been pretty lax in that area. I'd much rather let someone else clean. And we do have maids that come in once a month, just to get rid of the dust and things, and then I will do a little touch-up. But clean the house, number 1, would definitely pay for that. Number 6, were you ever a Boy or Girl Scout? I was not a Girl Scout, although I love the cookies. And I was a Boy Scout for about 2 weeks. And I felt horrible about it because my mother paid for us to start, my brother and I, one of my brothers, the other one was younger and he was in Cub Scouts. But my mother had paid for us to get into it, and neither of us lasted more than 2 weeks. And I felt horrible that she wasted the money. But it just was not my thing, which is weird considering all the boys that were there, but was not my thing. I'm not really a nature person or any of that kind of stuff, so yeah, outdoorsy, campy stuff, yeah, not doing it. Number 7, have you ever watched soap operas? Yes, I have. I grew up watching the CBS lineup, Young and the Restless, As the World Turns, and Guiding Light. Those were the ones that I was hooked on for ages. And then I did watch Days of Our Lives for a brief period years ago because one of the characters, Marlena, was possessed by the devil. And since I like spooky stuff, I just had to see how that played out. And I just watched it for that run, and then I was done with it. But yes, I have watched soap operas, not in a very long time, but those were the soap operas that I watched. Number 8, what's an insect you are deathly afraid of? Well, I'm not a fan of most insects, especially if they're crawling on me. I'm not deathly afraid of them, but the ones that would creep me out the most are spiders. And I know they're not technically an insect, they're arachnids, which is different, I know. But yeah, I don't mind the little flimsy looking ones, but once they start getting big and meaty looking, no thank you. If they have any substance to them, and they'll jump and they'll spring, freak me out. So spiders, even though technically I guess they're not an insect, I'm still grouping them in that category, and I'm sure others will too. Number 9, are you superstitious? No, not really. I mean, I don't, yeah, I mean, the number 13 doesn't bother me. Yeah, I don't really hold to any superstitions that I can think of. Now watch, there'll be something that I remember later. But no, I can't think of anything that I'm superstitious about. I don't, have like something special I have to wear or do to get some sort of benefit. I don't watch sports, so I don't do any of that stuff. So no, unfortunately, that's not a long answer, but I am not superstitious at all. I don't think. And last one, number 10. What was the first thing that attracted you to your spouse or partner? Now, I did a video when I reached 1,000 subscribers months ago, answering questions, and I did talk about how Paul, my partner, and I had met, and we'd met online. So what happened was, I was working at a casino in Connecticut, Mohegan Sun. I'd get home around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would go on the computer to kind of wind down from the night. And I was looking through the personal ads on some website that I can't remember right now, and I saw Paul's picture. But I was extremely tired, and I was just like, I'm just going to go to bed. I don't have time to write out this whole big introduction thing. But I was also afraid that if I clicked off of there, I might not find him again, because it seemed to be very random how these people were presented to you. So I said, all right, let me just send off a quick note and just to say hi, and I'm tired, I got to go to bed, but I wanted to touch base, etc. So I did that, and then he wrote back, and etc., etc. Here we are today, 22 years later. So yeah, there was just something about the picture, his face, his manner. It's just something in there that made me think I have to connect with this person, even if it's just a quick hello, and see what happens from there. So it was his picture, I guess his face, because that's the first thing I saw. So that wraps up this tag from Kim over at A Girl and Her Phone. And again, all of the questions will be down in the description box. If you're not sure how to access it, under this video where it shows the name of my channel, it'll say show more. Just tap that and it will open up the description box. And in there you will find the questions. You will also find the links to the other channels that are doing this tag. So go check them out. Next week, the questions are coming from not Tracy over at Trials of the Long-Haired Girl, but her hubby, Chris. So this should be interesting to see what Chris comes up with. I don't know where I'll be next week, but I'm sure I'll be on the move, so Jimmy and Sandy don't find me. So if you enjoyed this tag, I hope you will give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet and you are looking for recipes that can help you on a weight loss journey. Share any of my videos if you think there's someone out there who would be interested in the content, and hit the notification bell for the next time I upload any sort of video. And comment down below your responses to these questions. They are down in the description box, as I said. Also down there you will find links to my Amazon storefront, my Fetch rewards, my Built Bar rewards, my recipe blog if you're looking for any of my recipes, and my social media. Here is my Instagram handle if you want to follow me over there. And there are 2 Facebook groups that I'm part of. One is mine, Recipes with Roy, and the other one is Finding Our Way, WEIGH. And that one I co-admin with Jennifer Lynn from the Jennifer Lynn channel, as well as Bree Coleman from Balancing Life with Bree. So join us over there for lots of great tips, tricks, recipes, support, and people. So I guess I'm going to enjoy a little lakeside reading, maybe play some games on my phone, more likely that. But until next time, bye.